Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast in a game between World Elite Gigabyte Sky versus Fly 100% here on Melting Valley. First things first, yes, I know it is not Wednesday and I am casting a WarCraft game, and this is all because of MLG Providence going on over the weekend. I know a lot of you guys out there get to watch and get to see a lot of Warcraft or a lot of StarCraft 2 games. I've already went to already went to my local BarCraft, had a lot of fun, and just watching Naniwa play. If you guys haven't seen that invitational, you gotta watch it. Idra, Naniwa, Nest T, MVP, all playing in that very first day. Really great games. You guys gotta go ahead and check that out. Anyways, because there is MLG Providence, I'm sure many of you guys out there can watch StarCraft 2 enough. I know there are other casters out there that are very skilled. Day 9, JP, Artosis, Tasteless, and you can go ahead and watch them and pretty much enjoy some StarCraft 2. But for those of you guys who are my die-hard WarCraft 3 fans who have been watching me for over 2 years, here's a little bit extra for you, as you know, there really isn't any professional scene, at least in the States, with American commentary for WarCraft 3. We have Fly spawning as the purple orc on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we have Sky spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map as the red human. So this is going to be interesting. This is Sky versus Fly. I know I'm going to get these names confused just because they rhyme, and hopefully I do not do anything too crazy and call Sky an orc player, but does he occasionally play orc? I think so. I think Sky does switch up his races, or is that Samdan, depending on if his opponent is a human. He does not like human mirror matches at all, so we are now just going to see this instead. We are watching a footman now make his way out and just trek across the map, perhaps doing a little bit of early scouting. This may become a mistake, as he's going to perhaps try to go toe-to-toe against a Blade Master. The Blade Master is attempting to creep out this 3-3-3 creep camp, and an item most likely will be dropped and then picked up by that Blade Master there. A Grunt already making his way over to perhaps intercept, and what did the Blade Master pick up? It is a Circlet of Nobility, a very nice item, as the Footman now really out of position and may take a lot of damage from that Blade Master. The Blade Master going to be able to get off a Windwalk strike very easily. No, simply passing through, as the Footman now continues on his way back to put a little bit of pressure and harassment. Down over here, we are getting Militia creeping with the Mountain King. So Mountain King first from Sky, a strategy that you rarely see, and we are going to get a scouting farm or a mercenary farm here to be able to pick up more and more mercenaries. And this is Sky's normal MO. He likes to get a lot of gold and then trying to just use a lot of that mercenary camps at tier 1. It does work out fairly well for him, as now Mountain King going to come back in. You're going to see that Troll Shadow Priest going to just constantly heal up that Mountain King once more. Meanwhile, that Blade Master able to take down the Footman. The Blade Master about to hit level 2 as we see this game get underway. Most likely the Troll Shadow Priest will be the targeted unit of choice. Very low hit points, very high value, and that is always one of the issues, as now that Mountain King running away, and it looks like the Ice Troll will just get taken down with relative ease. Blade Master hiding over here, gonna pick up Boots of Speed, and now already has a very nice items, plus 13 attack on that Blade Master, and he's not even at level 2 yet. That is absolutely crazy. You're gonna get a Windwalk strike most likely, and there you go, 40 Windwalk strike, taking a lot of damage. And now Sky, all he can really do is just try to run away there. Level 2 now, and Fly getting a lot of experience. This is very dangerous. And that one Blade Master dealing 50 damage per swipe at the minimum, up to what, a hundred, or what, 60, 62, maybe even, yeah, you see 108 critical strikes. Ooh, a nice bolt and a surround onto that Grunt right there. It looks like it will get taken down in exchange for a Militia, but we may get perhaps another Grunt. No, another Grunt does not get storm bolted there, as the Militia most likely will trying to be speed building some towers here. And now, are we going to have an engagement? There's not enough Militia to really surround that Grunt, and now that Grunt will just be able to back off. You can see that the Mountain King sitting at level 2, not quite level 3 yet. Perhaps he wants to save up that mana for level 3, as we are now speed building an Arcane Vault. Arcane Vault being sped built, more Militia now being brought over as well. So looking to see, this looks like a rather empty empty creep camp. So Troll Shadow Priest, very, very annoying, slows the attack, but in comes the Blade Master, now getting some easy damage, going after some militia, or sorry, some peasants once again, down to 21 hit points, and now in come new militia, and the new militia are not intercepting, so the Blade Master going to get 2 very quick, easy kills there. As now back over here, we should be getting these militia to start building a town hall. There's a Stormbolt, level 3 on that Mountain King, level 2 Stormbolt. Down goes a Grunt. Another Grunt may get taken down. No, it does not get... Oh, I believe that was just a bash. Yeah, that was just a bash, not a Stormbolt. There's the Dust of Appearance. And now the Blade Master is going to be forced to windwalk away. Oh, does another bolt come in? Down to 47. And now going after the Troll Berserker. So the Troll Berserker down to 108 hit points as the Mountain King. What's going on over here? The Mountain King does have a Clarity Potion, so he is able to quaff that, get some additional mana. And now down goes a Militia as well, or sorry, a Peasant as well, as now that Grunt will be able to back off. Mountain King still running around. It looks as though the Mountain King going to get hit, but he does have a decent amount of mana already on him, up to 56, 57 now. Oh, a very nice play by Sky, hiding one of his units in the back over there, and now quaffing another mana pot, or not a Clarity Potion, excuse me, in order to be able to Stormbolt once more. Both players just really, really aggressive. I really think that Fly just got really lucky with all of these items. Claws of Attack, double Circlets of Nobility. I believe, yeah, Claws of Attack plus 9? Yeah, Claws of Attack plus 9. So very, very nice items there as we now see the Blade Master looking to push in. There is going to be an Arcane Tower there. He does not want to engage if he overextends his welcome in next to that Arcane Tower. Oh, and now going after the Troll Shadow Priest. Troll Shadow Priest taking a lot of damage and now does get taken down. Level 3 on that Blade Master. He is getting surrounded. Why isn't he windwalking away? He should definitely be windwalking away. And there is a Stormbolt onto a Grunt. Grunt may get taken down by the tower. You do not want... Oh, very nice micro by Sky to make sure that the tower was attacking the lumber mill instead of the Grunt, and that way he was able to get some experience. So a lot of very, very subtle micro in WarCraft 3 to make sure that you come out slightly ahead. And now no Stormbolt. Oh, there's a Stormbolt. Gonna get in front of that Grunt, followed it up with a bash. I don't think it actually adds to it. The Grunt now getting a little bit of padding in. I believe the Mountain King should be able to get off a Stormbolt to take that down. Oh, gonna get around it, and is he gonna be able to get it in time? He doesn't want to use a Stormbolt, but he may be forced to, and I think he is just gonna use a... Is he gonna use a Stormbolt? Oh, there's the bash, and oh, the kill from the Blade Master, enabling him to deny experience. So the Grunt was taken down, but no experience given, as both players just really microing their way in this battle, trying to get a slight experience lead. And now you're going to see that this one footman going to run into some creeps and going to get... picked up... No, not picked up by the Goblin Zeppelin, and now being forced to fly away. That would have been a perfect save, as in comes a Shadow Hunter. Most likely a Hex will be coming in. There's a Hex on the footman there, and now this one peon going to get Stormbolted and bashed, get taken down very quickly. And now Goblin Zeppelin in the air, just flying away. There's a Hex on the footman. The footman pretty much stuck and not going to be able to do very much at all. Does it actually get picked up? Yes, it does. So the footman at like about 20 hit points gets picked up just as the glaive was about to hit it, and some very nice and effective Goblin Zeppelin micro as the Mountain King going after a couple of those units, and oh, in comes a Pat Rider in order to take it down. And now that footman, oh, there's a potion of invulnerability, full 15 seconds, now going after some of those heroes. How is this all going to work out? It looks as though that one peon may get taken down, trying to deny the expansion over here. And it looks, is it going to be enough? One more or two more hits should do it. There's one more hit. There's two more hits. And oh, in the middle of the attack. So this, and now in comes the ensnare. Is this one guy? Yes, the peon will get taken down anyways. There's a Stormbolt. Speed Scroll now being used. Mountain King trying to back off. And some very, very heavy hero battles going down. Mountain King down to 175, 125 hit points. It will get taken down. The Hex not going to be... Or the Hex just slowing down that Mountain King enough. Level 3 Mountain King taken down. We are teching the tier 2. We are resurrecting that Mountain King. But Sky has a long ways to go. He now has double lumber mills. Not 100% sure why that's the case. We also have a Goblin Zeppelin in the air. And what is Sky planning to do? Sky does not have that much money in the bank. So without that much money in the bank, I'm not exactly sure what the overall strategy is going to be. Goblin Shredder just mining away or shredding away over here. Gonna return with a lot of wood and lumber, and we'll see what the long-term goal is for Sky. Sky may be just trying to bank up a lot of gold now, get to tier 3, and then go for a lot of griffins. Griffins, very, very effective, but I still don't see a blacksmith yet. Blacksmith very needed for, I believe, the animal war training, as we now see the level 7 Ogre Lord just constantly getting ensnared, and just really, really powerful ability coming in from the Orc to just deny any real damage coming in from the Ogre Lord. And the Ogre Lord now gets taken down. Book of the Dead dropped. That is going to be picked up by the Shadow Hunter, as the Goblin Shredder now going to start mining away once more as well for Fly. So Fly getting a Goblin Shredder of his own, very effective. That Goblin Shredder does, I believe, cost 4 food, and it collects at a much better rate. There is an Ogre Mauler and a Troll Berserker hiding off over here in the middle of the Goblin Laboratory, so he will be able, or is it Laboratory? Yeah, or Laboratory. Anyways. Blade Master now coming in once again. We are going into an Arcane Vault over here. That Arcane Vault will pretty much just get denied, as we are going into Griffin Aviaries. So the Griffin Aviary gonna be in play. How many are we getting? I believe we are getting a Blacksmith down over here as well. And very nice just with the trees. The trees making it so that it is this base is pretty much unpenetrable. We are getting that Blacksmith up. We are taking the tier 3 now with that castle, and we'll see if that's going to be enough. And oh, a quick Troll Witch Doctor was taken down. So Witch Doctor is being used, something that I rarely see, but there is a Sentry Ward over here by Fly, and now you can see that the Blade Master taking a lot of damage, and now the Book of the Dead trying to come in, not going to be able to get in much damage at all. As we see the Staff of Teleportation, the Mountain King not have to worrying about Hex. Where is he going to teleport to? Where did he teleport to? I don't see him. Oh, over here, and now he is going to come in and perhaps get some damage onto the Goblin Shredder, so a very expensive unit may get taken down over here. Is he going to get bashed? That is the key question there, as the Blade Master now trying to make his way over. It is a mechanical unit, and it is going to get taken down, and now level 4 on that Mountain King. Very nice use of the Goblin of the Staff of Teleportation, and now out comes an Ogre Mauler. The Ogre Mauler now coming out, and this is going to be very bad news, as the Goblin Zeppelin may get taken down, and all those units are currently out. It does all get unloaded. The Stormbolt unable to stun it in time, as the Mountain King gets re-hexed, and the Mountain King at level 4 gets taken down. So Fly now with 2 hero kills, really coming out ahead, and this is going to be very bad. Oh, very smart by Sky not to mine this last bit of trees and then start mining off over here. We are going to go into double aviaries in just a moment. Another guard tower going to be established here in just a moment, as well as we are now getting the Ogre creep camps to actually get aggroed here. So this is a little bit of a misplay, as not quite sure why he's attacking his own build. Why is he attacking his own town hall? That's got to be a mistake. He's trying to repair it, but he's also attacking it. Sky kind of really messing up over here, and now all of these towers are not getting attacked back. And what is Sky doing? This is a horrible mistake, and if he loses this game, he's going to look at this replay and just be absolutely upset with himself. Now finally attacking those raiders, and now the peasants are finally trying to repair what the raiders are dealing the majority of that damage, because they are doing siege damage here. And in comes a Goblin Shredder from behind, trying to take this down as well. You can see the peasants now making their way over here, but it looks as though the town hall will get taken down, and that was a horrible mistake by Sky. Sky now going to lose these aviaries, but he does have one Griffin Rider already up in the air, perhaps trying to fight back a little bit further. No Mountain King as of yet. More ensnare coming in. The Griffins have to be very careful in how they engage, perhaps repairing more of this as well, going after the Grunts most likely, as the Grunts take additional damage, and then we'll spread that across more of the units. Mountain King looks like it is out and about, or has it been resurrected yet? I don't know where that Mountain King is. Mountain King? No, that is just the Fly taking down these ogres, and I believe the Ogre Lords will fall, giving much better items, the best items on this map. And what was dropped? Is it Wand of the Wind? I believe that is a Wand of the Wind. So it is going to be able to give Cyclone, and Cyclone is going to be very effective here at neutralizing that Mountain King. I believe all of those units are just going to be taken down, and in comes a couple ensnares. The ensnares do make them very vulnerable to the Blade Master. Blade Master now trying to come back in. We are getting some healing waves. One Griffin Rider down to 138 hit points. Now trying to go back up into the air. Quickly going to get taken back down as we are going to get even more damage out. Another nice healing wave saving that unit there, as we are still battling it out. The Blade Master going after that Town Hall, but there's a lot of DPS over here. Grunt's going to get taken down. Blade Master going to get taken down, but I believe there was a cancellation on that Town Hall, as we are still now starting to get that Mountain King. Mountain King finally getting resurrected, joining this fight a little bit late. And that is going to be bad news for Sky, as Sky is now starting to lose experience on that Mountain King. If he was able to get the experience from Fly's push, perhaps he would have a level 5 Mountain King, level 2 Stormbolt, level 3 Stormbolt, which deals, I believe, 375 damage to non-heroic units, making it very, very difficult for that Shadow Hunter to stay alive. We are now getting, 5 Griffins in the air. The Griffins do not have the animal war training, oddly enough, so those Bat Riders, if they suicide their way in, would be able to deal a lot of damage. We just need to see 1 or 2 Bat Riders, and that would be enough. And there you go. There's those Troll Bat Riders. They are going to try to suicide their way in and take them down. Griffin's just offering protection over here. Blade Master still wandering around. You can see that Blade Master looking very, very happy. Also has a Orb of Lightning. Orb of Lightning will be able to start purging and dealing damage, and also attacking the air, giving a very nice range attack to that Blade Master. 300 damage critical strike. And now we are also going into a Goblin Alchemist. So the Alchemist being used, and Alchemist is one of those heroes that has a melee ground attack, but also attacks air. That's the reason why I believe he is picked up. He also has Healing Spray, very, very effective at healing and keeping those units alive. As now we can see that those Griffins are on the move, and where are they going to go? There is some red creep camps here, and the Griffins on the move, as we are now going to have an engagement over here. Are we going to perhaps be able to use the Scroll of Town Portal? Yes, he is able to Town Portal, but where did he go? Back inside? Nope. Where is he going? Okay, he Town Portaled over here, or Staff of Teleportation to over there. Oh, Scroll of Town Portal twice. That is not looking good at all, as we now can see the Bat Riders trying to chase after those Griffins. 1 Griffin does get taken down in that engagement. Mountain King still sitting at level 4, and this is not a good game for Sky at all. Sky is in a bit of trouble. I'm going to go ahead and purchase some items. Looks like he's going to buy another Scroll of Town Portal. I think that's his 3rd one already, and now a Potion of Invisibility, as the Goblin Alchemist looking to try to get some experience as well. Mountain King making its way off in over here is going to be invisible for just long enough, and now perhaps get off a Stormbolt. Where is that Stormbolt? Nope, Stormbolt on the Blade Master. Not quite sure about that. And as the Blade Master can easily catch up to that Mountain King. Mountain King down to only 2 Stormbolts left. And now we are going to have a little bit of a purge battle here. There's a Stormbolt going after that, and 1 Griffin over here. And now going after the Shredder. The Shredder is a very easy target. Down it goes, as the Mountain King still trying to run away. It looks like the purge from the Blade Master may be able to stop it. And there's the purge. Potion of Invisibility should be used, and no, using another Scroll of Town Portal, and now perhaps getting some easy damage onto the Blade Master. No easy damage, as we are now getting a little bit more creeping going on. Level 2 on the Alchemist, level 4 on that Shadow Hunter. Blade Master is nowhere to be found, as the Blade Master doesn't want to be creeping there, as he would just be stealing experience while not gaining any. Mountain King still sitting at level 4. And I'm not quite sure what Sky could really do in this game. He's lost all of his advantages so far. He lost this mining for quite some time. He doesn't have the animal war training, so without it, the animal war training means that the Griffins only have 825 hit points as opposed to 975, meaning that those Bat Riders are doing a much easier job trying to take them down. Now, there are some creep camps over here, but I believe they are immune to magic since they are in that red zone. And Griffins are obviously not the item or hero or unit of choice, excuse me, to try to take them down. Now, we are going into a Paladin, so it is going to turn into the human dual hero. Paladin going to try to keep the Mountain King alive. Oh, good gosh, I hate it when that happens. Alright. A Paladin gonna try to keep the Mountain King alive as well, as the Paladin just moves around the map now. And now we're going to see how all of this works out. Griffin still in the air, more healing coming in. That Paladin just keeping all of these Griffins alive as long as possible. The Paladin also has some towers coming in, so we may have a tower push now, and this is more of a desperation attempt by Sky. Sky knows that he cannot let this game go very much longer, especially with the level 5 Shadow Hunter coming in eventually. You can see back over here the Griffins are going to quickly creep out this, perhaps give level 2 to that Paladin, as we now see the Mountain King hiding off over here, and it's going to try to Stormbolt and get some easy damage. So there is a Goblin Shredder down over here. We'll see what's going to be happening with that Mountain King, as now that Mountain King is still hiding in position. Oh, this is more of a towering attempt in order to establish a new base. So Sky trying to get this game to go even longer and perhaps get a little bit more mileage out of his Griffins. You can see a Staff of Teleportation now coming in, gonna come down over here. There are no peasants down over here. And the Mountain King, yes, the Mountain King, I believe, no, he didn't get any kills at all. Or 1 kill, so he got 1 kill on a peasant and that was, or a peon, and that was it. As the Blade Master now makes its way back over, plus 24 damage on that Blade Master, and that is absolutely hilarious. As plus 24 damage means that his minimal damage is above 50. And his maximum damage is almost 80 per attack, as we now see Ring of Protection and now just getting cleared out over here. The Blade Master doesn't want to engage in this group. Oh, it looks like he is going to engage. There's a Holy Light. There's the Stormbolt, but no Dust of Appearance to reveal that Blade Master. A lot of damage could have been dealt, as the Mountain King now running down over here. We may get some long distance mining, as the Blade Master now going to come in over here, perhaps catch a lot of these peons, peasants in transit, as not quite sure what happened over there. We can see still one Blade Master battling it down over here. We are still seeing the Goblin Alchemist and the Shadow Hunter still leveling up, level 5, level 3, so it's going to be a 5-3-3 hero advantage compared to, I believe, a 4-2, and that is going to be very bad if your opponent has 2 heroes that are higher level than your primary hero. Now, back over here, we can still see, yes, tree trimming going on outside. My apologies. Can't really handle or take care of all of that. We have a lot of Griffins just hanging around, taking care of business, making sure to get this expansion up and running. As we now see the Mountain King trying to get perhaps in a better position as well. The Orc Burrows do have fortified armor, so they are not going to be vulnerable to any sort of Griffin raid, and perhaps trying to food lock or supply lock Fly. Now, back over here, we'll see how all of this is going to work out. And now we see what the Mountain King, the Griffins, and the Paladin down over here. This is a 4-2. And now Sky's just hoping that with his masonry upgrades, he can hold on to this just long enough, as a peon now making its way down over here. Not quite sure where this peon is going. We see the mercenary camp, and now in comes the engagement here, and now this is going to be the battle for all the marbles. Bat Riders coming in, Scroll of Protection coming in, and wow, this is looking really bad for Sky. Sky does not have a Scroll of Protection on for his own, and without any of the animal war training, 2 Bat Riders per Griffin, and that is going to be it. Paladin sitting at level 2. There's a Stormbolt, and now perhaps a Holy Light will be coming in as well. The Paladin is in a bit of trouble. He does have a Scroll of Town Portal, trying to save up all of these units over here. Towers are getting taken down. Units are falling left and right. But I believe Fly will get this victory here in just a moment, as the duo is off over here trying to come back in, trying to get back into this. Paladin perhaps going to get off another Holy Light, but there's just too many heroes, too many units. Level 5-3-3, the Alchemist going to get to level 4, and a level 4 now using Speed Scroll, and there is the GG. So Fly taking this game pretty easily here on Melting Valley. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, Fly just taking an early advantage and never really giving it up.